Assalamualaikum and greetings to all of you. Alright, so as promised, I will give a little bit of explanation on Lab 9, which is event-driven programming. So in this lab, we only have one exercise, and you need to submit within a week, which is next Monday, right? Okay, exercise 1. Create a Java program. Name exercise1.java with the following code and then run the program. Because we want to uh, put the event-driven part in this program, therefore we need to import java.awt.event. Right, so these two packages already is used for GUI components lah, GUI objects. And then if you notice, we also implements a class or interface class, okay, named action listener. Every time when you want to use event driven, you need to call this class, okay, it is compulsory. And then use implements keyword, not extend. Okay, extend is for inheritance. Because action listener is an interface, okay, therefore we need to use the keyword implements, okay, not not extend. And then if you notice over here, we are implementing the polymorphism concept, whereby all the uh, all the GUI components are marked as private members. For example, JFrame, okay, JFrame over here is marked as private variables. Uh, so do with the other uh, GUI objects. Okay, JLabel, JTextField, JButton, and then all the definition. Okay, the definition for all the private variables are declared within the constructor over here. Okay, JFrame F, the definition is over here. New JFrame, my first calculator. So the title of the window will be my first calculator. And then the definition or the declaration for label L underscore number 1 is over here. New JLabel number 1. So this is the concept of polymorphism. Okay, implemented in a GUI, in a GUI and also in event-driven programming. And then we have a button over here. Okay, we have a button, an add button. And then we put a listener for this button, okay, by using the add action listener function. Okay, we put the add is the instance of JButton. Okay, add action listener. This is referring to add. Okay, this keyword over here referring to add. Okay, meaning that we put or we activate the action listener for the add button over here. And then we are using a grid layout, same as our previous exercise. 4 is row, number of row, 2 is the number of column. And then we put all the GUI components in order, starting from label number 1. Okay, label number 1 starts first, and then after that text field number 1. So text field number 1 is beside on the right side of label number 1, and then on the next row it starts with label number 2 and then text field number 2, and then the third row we have an add button, and then right after that the label for result. Okay, JLabel result. And then the size of the JFrame is 400 times 400 pixels, and then F set visual. This one is compulsory. Okay, so when you run this program, the output should be something like this. Okay, number 1, and then text field, and then second row, label number 2, and then a text field, and then the third row, a button, and add button, and then a label. So what basically this program do is it will calculate whatever input or whatever figure that you key in inside the text field. Okay, in this example I put 3 for number 1 and 4 for number 2. Then when I click the add button, it will sum both numbers, which is the result will be 7. So this is the event driven part. Okay, whenever we are using the action listener class, it is compulsory for us to include the action perform method in our class. It is compulsory. Otherwise, if you don't put this, you will be getting error during the compilation. And then inside the brackets, you need to put action event E. Okay, action event E is actually a class. Okay, a class within Java Adaptivity.event. Okay, and then we create an instance of E. So what does this class do? Okay, is actually it will keep listening. Okay, it acts as a listener that keep listening which of the GUI components that being triggered, right? Okay, I will show the example later on. Okay, start first for okay, inside the action perform, you need to write your own code, okay, that reflects to the process uh, whenever a button is clicked. In this example, because we put the listener into the add button, okay, this listener is associated with the add button. Therefore, we need to write our own code what we want to do that reflects what we want to do whenever the add button is being clicked. So this whenever this add button is being clicked, what we want to do is to sum up number 1 and number 2. Therefore, in this code, the first thing that we need to do is we need to obtain the value that has been keyed in by the user. So how can we do that is by using the get text. Okay, get text tf number 1 dot get text, meaning that in the text field number 1 we obtain the numbers that has been entered. So this one will hold the value of 3. However, this number 3 is in string data type. Okay, by default, whatever that being keyed in by the user inside the text field will be in a data type of string. Therefore, we need to use passInt method to convert this string into int. Why we need to convert it into int? Because we cannot perform the addition if these numbers remain as string. Okay, we cannot perform any addition if it is a string data type. Therefore, we need to convert it into numbers. Okay, by using passInt. Then we store it in a variable name number 1. Same with the second text field, which is text field number 2, and then we convert it into int, store it in variable number 2. Okay, this is where the listener, okay, we have created the instance of action event E. Okay, and then inside this action event there is a method named get source. Okay, meaning that this method is used to obtain which of the GUI component is being triggered. In this example, let's say the GUI component that is being triggered is the add button. Okay, this one equal add. Add is what? Add is the instance of button. Okay, add is the instance of J button. So that's why we put add over here. If add button is being triggered, so what we do whatever inside this if clause. First, we declare a variable named add, and then we perform the operation number 1 and number 2. Okay, number 1 and number 2 has already been converted to an integers. Therefore, we can sum up these two numbers and then store it in a variable named add. Okay, and then let's say we have the result over here, right? Number 1 plus number 2. 3 plus 4 equal to 7. So we have 7 over here. Then the number 7 need to convert it back into a string. Why? Because whatever that is being displayed inside a text field, whatever that is being displayed inside the label over here, this is a label, okay? Number 7 is kept inside the label over here. So whatever that is being displayed inside the label must be in a string data type. Therefore, we need to convert the value of add into string. So we use this statement, string dot value of add. Okay, we convert add into string, and then we store it in a variable named result. And then we use a set text method, okay, to display the string. Okay, so we put result inside here to display the string. Into L result. L result is label for result. J label. Okay, J label result over here. L result dot set text. Okay, get text is to obtain. Okay, to obtain the string. Set text is to display the string. Okay, to put the string. And then we have main. This one to execute the exercise 1 lah, right? Okay, so what you need to do is you need to modify the code to add the following components, meaning that you need to put the subtraction button maybe over here, okay, next to the add button, and then on the next row you put the multiplication, and then next after multiplication is the division, and then maybe you need to add another row over here at the bottom to put the J label result, okay, to put the L result. So basically you need to add the else if clause lah, okay, else if clause for the subtraction, multiplication and division. Right, very easy. I'm quite sure this is very easy. Okay, the code will be the same as this one lah. Okay, just this one is different, and also the equation. Right. Okay, answer it in a Word and then save it in PDF, and then submit next Monday. Right. Okay, if you do have any question, you can ask in our WhatsApp group or private message me on WhatsApp. Until then, Assalamualaikum and have a nice day. Till we meet again next week.